Tuberculosis is caused by a bacteria, Mycobacterium tuberculosis, that most often affects the lungs in humans. It is spread from person to person through the air. When people with lung TB cough, sneeze, or spit, they propel the TB germs into the air. Mycobacterium tuberculosis is mainly identified as a pathogen that lives in the host. Some species in its complex have adapted their genetic structure specifically to infect human populations. TB is a 2 micrometer prokaryote consisting of cytoplasm, circular DNA, plasmid, flagellum, plasma membrane, ribosomes, cell wall, and a slimy capsule. The cell wall structure of MTB deserves special attention because it is unique among prokaryotes, and it is a major detriment of the virulence for the bacterium. The cell wall complex contains peptidoglycan, which is arranged to give acid-fast properties, but otherwise it is composed of complex lipids. Over 60% of the microbacterial cell wall is lipid, which gives it its acid-fast property. Furthermore, TB replicates via binary fission within a host cell. Binary fission is when a bacteria replicates its DNA within itself, then separates the DNA to either pole of the cell until cross walls are completely formed. Once that is done, 2 daughter cells are created, and this process keeps repeating. Infection can develop when a person breathes in tubercle bacilli from expelled droplets from an infected individual. The droplets reach the alveoli of the lungs where the bacilli can be deposited. Alveolar macrophages ingest the tubercle bacilli and destroy most of them, which results in latent TB. Some can multiply by binary fission within the macrophage and be released when the macrophage dies, which is active TB. From there, the bacilli can be spread to other regions of the body through the bloodstream. The areas in which TB is most likely to develop are the apex of the lungs, the kidney, the brain, bones, and lymph nodes. This process of dissemination prepares the immune system for reaction. Furthermore, in most infected individuals, the response from the immune system kills most of the bacilli. At this stage, a latent TB infection has been created. The immune system is usually able to halt the multiplication of tubercle bacilli, preventing further progression. Most people recover completely from an initial reaction, an initial infection, and the bacteria eventually die off. In some people, the tubercle bacilli overcome the defenses of the immune system and begin to multiply, resulting in the advancement to active TB disease. This process may occur shortly after infection or several years later. Despite TB being a bacteria, it contains a few virulence factors, which include hypoxia adaptions. So TB's ability to reside in a host is potentially be asymptotic for years is what allows this disease to succeed in killing its hosts. This concept of adapting hypoxia is very new and thought to allow these bacteria to drastically mutate, eventually creating drug resistance. With the ability to rapidly tolerate antibiotics used to kill the bacteria, MTB is able to continue degrading the host's immune system. Furthermore, there's the TCA. While this may not be considered a virulence factor, this bacterium has evolved a metabolism ideal to remain active in host macrophages. The TCA relies on fatty acids to provide the bacteria with energy and fuel to thrive. In my home, they didn't understand me. They didn't know what it was to live with this disease. Remember, as a group therapy patient. Here in group therapy, I feel like you can all understand me. I can express my problems and sadness, and you support me. You help me so much. The effects of TB include coughing, weight loss, debilitating fatigue, and fever. This extends beyond the physical body. Men and women are often isolated and shamed by the stigma. Those infected often lose their jobs or drop out of school, leaving them as financially debilitated as they are physically. TB also kills 4,700 people a day. This is staggering.